Facebook's new instant articles, publisher's dream or nightmare, Verizon's very bad security hole, and robots that will swarm if you ask them to. It's Wednesday, May 13th, and this is Crunch Report. So Facebook has a new program, and it's a pretty big deal. It's called Instant Articles that will natively host content from publishers like The New York Times, National Geographic, BuzzFeed, and others right in Facebook's iOS app, right in the news feed, so that you as a user don't have to jump out of Facebook to an article to read it. Facebook says that it will share the analytics that it gets from instant articles, who's reading, how long they're staying, so forth. And it's also compatible with existing audience measurement tools like Comscore, Omniture, and Google Analytics. Ads can appear inside instant articles. If publishers sell a spot, they keep 100% of revenue. If Facebook does, it keeps 30%, publishers get 70%. Much like how the news feed works in general, if enough people click and like and comment on a piece of publishing content and then share instant articles, those will show up higher and more frequently in the news feed. Kind of goes viral. Facebook can also support embedding zoomable photos, videos, maps, audio captions. It's pretty much a huge step up from the limitations of the mobile web as we've known it thus far. This will help Facebook keep people from leaving Facebook. They don't want us to do that. With 10 times faster loading times, the hope is users will stay longer and all see the ads that Facebook already shows. It's all about ads, guys. According to new data from App Annie that focuses on Android users, messaging apps like WhatsApp and Line are becoming the most heavily used type of app in a majority of big markets worldwide, including the UK, Germany, Japan, and South Korea. One market where that isn't the case is the good old US of A, where Facebook and Instagram still lead both smartphone sessions and time spent in apps. The data collected was based on Android sessions in the first quarter of this year, and it also includes data from mobile measurement firm Mobedia, which App Annie bought last week. You might have seen the story on TechCrunch. The report also found within every key market, apps in the communication and social categories accounted for at least 40% of smartphone sessions on Android. And in both the US and Germany, that number is even higher, 60%. We're just very social people. Another popular trend on Android, the Chrome browser app, which is the second highest app on Android by sessions per active users, and also in the top 3 in the UK, Germany, and Japan. As for us iOS users, the numbers are pretty similar. The report says that messaging apps are number 1 with users in South Korea, that's KakaoTalk, in Japan, that's Line, and in Germany, that's WhatsApp. Okay, time to get ready for some super hot, sexy news from Microsoft. I hope you're ready. It has named its smartphone-friendly build of its new Windows operating system Windows 10 Mobile. Actually, there are 7 versions of the new Windows 10 platform. Shall I read them? Okay. Windows 10 Home, Windows 10 Mobile, Windows 10 Pro, Windows 10 Enterprise, Windows 10 Education, Windows 10 Mobile Enterprise, and Windows 10 IoT Core. All pretty self-explanatory. Microsoft also confirmed in a blog post that Windows 10 is still on track to become generally available sometime this summer, with 3.9 million people already testing the new OS. Lest you think yesterday's news that Verizon buying TechCrunch's parent company AOL somehow would impact our journalistic integrity, allow me to tell you about a recent big security hole in Verizon's customer service systems. The exploit was based on what looks like Verizon's unprotected customer information page that appeared when users visited websites from IP addresses that Verizon's servers recognized. Yada, yada, yada. If you knew an IP address, essentially you could view private information like emails or phone numbers or devices on a plan on any particular Verizon plan. You need to know what you're doing, but that's the capability. Former hacker and current Chief Information Security Officer at Cinder, Eric Taylor, who's also known as Cosmo the God, and student Blake Welsh discovered the exploit and told Verizon before going public, as users who actively used their Verizon email addresses could have been hacked, and passwords and credit cards stolen, voicemails listened to, just bad stuff. Although Verizon said in a statement that no customer data was actually accessed this way, and the security hold has been patched. Yesterday we told you about the Lily drone, which targets the consumer market with orbiting selfie capabilities. Yeah, I just said that sentence. Let's move on now to robots that follow you, or at least follow your finger paths. Georgia Tech's GRITS lab has created a system for moving multiple independent robots around by creating a path for them on a tablet. The robots gather around a central point, and they can also avoid each other as they move around because they know where each other are. It's kind of cool. If you're stretching to figure out why this is useful, though, TechCrunch's John Biggs sets a scene for us. Imagine a group of robots following instructions autonomously around a disaster area or inside a building. Instead of managing a ton of independent robots, whoever's operating the commands is instead controlling an area that needs to be explored. Love robots. And that concludes the report for today. I am Sarah Lane. Thanks for watching. Crunch Report airs Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, right here on TechCrunch.com. We'll see you tomorrow.